Wow, Ryan, is that a suit? Did you accidentally walk into the wrong show?
I know. I figured I'd try looking like a functioning adult just for contrast.
Well, congratulations, man. You look like someone who's about to sell me a used car, politely.
Hey, I clean up well. My hoodie is crying at home, though.
Because tonight's episode has questions nobody dresses up for, except apparently you.
Yeah, I overdressed for chaos.
Welcome back, everyone. If you thought last episode covered all the questions nobody dares to ask, oh no, we have barely scratched the surface of America's questionable decisions. And tonight, folks, we're diving even deeper. Strange habits, weird logic, and choices that should probably be illegal. Perfect. That describes my entire personality. Ryan, here's a question nobody dares to ask. Why do Americans clap when the plane lands?
Because it's the only achievement most of us have that day.
Yep. So you're telling me people celebrate survival like it's an Olympic medal?
Jack, when a metal tube falls from the sky and you walk away alive, that is the Olympics.
I once saw a guy clap so hard he dropped his neck pillow. That's the spirit of aviation. Lose dignity, gain gratitude. But why clap for the pilot? He's literally doing his job.
Look at you celebrating your intern for answering emails. Same energy.
Fair, but explain this to you. Why clap after landing and not before?
Because clapping before takeoff is basically a funeral rehearsal.
You know what? You're right. I clapped last time, too. Of course you did. You screamed during turbulence, Jack.
That was one time.
One time that lasted 7 hours and involved a flight attendant patting your head. All right, Ryan, new question nobody dares to ask. Why do Americans set 17 alarms and still wake up late?
Because hope is free, Jack, and delusion is renewable energy.
You have, what, 5 alarms? 7. One of them literally says, get up or you die, and I still negotiate with it. I've seen your phone. You label one alarm, morning personality download.
Because I refuse to be conscious without a software update.
But seriously, who needs alarms at 6, 6:02, 6:03, 6:05? Me. Each alarm represents a different version of myself giving up. And which version finally gets out of bed?
The one that remembers rent exists.
All right, Ryan, new question nobody dares to ask. Why are Americans using AI for literally everything in 2025? Because humans saw responsibility and said, nah, let the robot do it. No, seriously, I watched a guy ask AI to apologize to his girlfriend on his behalf.
And AI still wrote a better relationship than he ever will.
Someone even used AI to decide what to eat for lunch. That's nothing. My neighbor used AI to break up with his diet. You know it's bad when people ask AI how to talk to their dog. Honestly, the dog probably appreciated the effort. Do you think people are becoming too dependent? Jack, if AI stops working tomorrow, half the country forgets how to spell their own name. Ryan, here's a question nobody dares to ask. Why is every American still fighting for their life at self-checkout in 2025? Because the machine yells at you like you're committing tax fraud just for scanning bananas. It always screams, unexpected item in the bagging area. Bro, it's the item I just paid for.
Self-checkout talks to you like a disappointed parent.
And you notice it only calls for assistance when you're in a hurry?
Because it knows.
It smells panic. I swear, that little light starts blinking and suddenly you feel like a criminal. Yeah, you're standing there like, officer, I promise the grapes were accidental. And then the employee walks over like you ruined their whole day. Jack, everyone at self-checkout looks guilty, even when they're innocent. So why do we still use it? Because we'd rather fight a robot than make eye contact with a cashier. All right, Ryan, new question nobody dares to ask. Why do Americans say, I'm good, when their whole life is falling apart? Because I'm barely hanging on isn't socially acceptable before 10 a.m. You ever notice the cashier asks, how are you? And you automatically say, good and you, even when you're not good? I once said good while limping. My leg was literally not working, Jack. And they don't even wait for the answer. They're already scanning your items. How are you? In America means, please don't overshare. I have 12 more customers. I tried being honest once. I said, actually, it's been a tough week. And the guy looked like I confessed to a crime.
Yeah, Americans panic when emotions are involved. We're built for small talk, not actual talk.
So why do we even ask if nobody wants a real answer?
Tradition. Same as fireworks on the 4th of July or pretending we like sparkling water.
So the polite thing is to lie? In America? Absolutely. It's called courtesy deception. Ryan, explain something to me. Why does everyone say, "I'll be there in 5," when they're literally still on the couch?
Because I haven't moved in 40 minutes doesn't sound productive, Jack.
I texted a friend, "Are you close?" He said, yeah, just parking. Bro wasn't even dressed.
Ooh, that's classic pre-parking. It means he just realized time exists.
And you're guilty of it too. You told me 5 minutes last week.
I was mentally on my way. Physically, absolutely not.
You weren't even showered.
I was optimizing efficiency by ignoring hygiene. So why do people do it? Why lie about the ETA?
It's not lying, Jack. It's aspirational timing.
Aspirational?
Yeah. It's the same energy as saying, "I'll start working out tomorrow."
So when someone says 5 minutes, what does it really mean?
It means don't give up on me, but also don't expect much.
You know, this whole "I'll be there in 5" thing reminds me of another classic move.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh yeah, the snack thief. They always strike after saying, "Just one bite?" That's never one bite, Jack. I had a bag of chips last week. I offered one. Oh, one knee. Suddenly it turned into a group project.
They take the bag, tilt it, inspect it, like it's theirs by destiny.
And the worst part, they say, "Oh wow, these are good," while eating the last piece.
Yeah, like they discovered snacks for the first time.
So we all pretend it's fine, but inside we're like, "That was my emotional support snack."
And now it's their emotional support calories.
You know where this gets really messy?
Oh, I know exactly where you're going.
Going out to eat, the moment the check arrives, everyone suddenly becomes a Marvel superhero. Everyone's arm shoots out like they're trying to stop a train. No, I got it. No, I insist. It's like a polite fist fight. Pure chaos. Credit cards flying, people blocking the waiter like they're guarding the president. And someone always says, "Next time it's on me," knowing damn well there won't be a next time.
Yeah, that's a friendship subscription that never renews.
So we spend 15 minutes arguing, then what happened?
The waiter solves it. They just grab the closest card like, "Enough, you children are done." And we act offended, like we didn't just burn 200 calories arguing.
That's the only exercise we get on dining nights.
You know, Ryan, arguing about the bill reminds me of something even worse.
Oh boy. Worse than watching grown adults fight over who touched the check first?
No, scheduling in a group chat.
Oh, God. Ryan, be honest. Why does every group chat die the second someone asks, "What time works for everyone?"
Because that question is basically a social grenade. Everyone dives for cover.
I swear, the chat could be sending memes every 3 seconds. But the moment scheduling shows up, boom, witness protection program. My phone goes silent so hard, I think I lost service. No, that's just your friends pretending time zones are a mystery. And there's always that one guy who replies, "Let me check." Which means, "See you in 3 to 5 business days." I once sent, "Does Sunday work?" And they answered on Wednesday with, "Maybe next month." Why is scheduling with Americans harder than buying a house? Yeah. Because at least the bank gets back to you. There's always a spreadsheet guy, too.
Oh yeah, the "I made a Google form" dude. The hero nobody asked for.
I open the form and it's like 12 time slots, color-coded. That's not a hangout, Jack. That's a corporate retreat. And after all that, no one picks the same time.
And because deep down, none of us actually want to leave our houses.
So the group chat dies, the plan dies, and we pretend we'll try again next week.
Which is the biggest lie Americans tell besides, "I'll be there in 5."
You know, speaking of lies we all tell, There's another one that haunts every friend group in America. Oh boy. Which one? The I'm on my way or the I only had one drink?
Worse, the ultimate betrayal.
Yeah, hit me. I'm emotionally prepared. Probably. The real ultimate betrayal is when the group chat suddenly goes silent. You drop one tiny scheduling question and boom, everyone vanishes like you asked for a kidney. That's why I stopped planning things. If people show up, great. If not, I'll be home watching documentaries about raccoons. America, let's face it, we're terrible at making plans and even worse at committing to them. So if you're watching this thinking, wow, that's my friend group, yeah, it absolutely is. And if your group chat suddenly replies tonight, they're lying. They're not coming. All right, folks, that's all the emotional damage we have time for. Thank you for surviving another episode of Questions Nobody Dares to Ask. And remember, if someone texts, "What time works for everyone?" run. Good night, America. Thank you for playing. Thank you for playing. We'll see you next time.